Hello and welcome to the Gamers Table Independent Edition. It is Friday and we're reviewing
Colombia.
You know, it's nice to have a Canadian-themed game. Colombia. It's a fur trading game for 2 to 5 woodlands runners. Back in the late 1700s, two North American fur trading corporations compete to expand their routes, the Hudson's Bay Company based in London and the Northwest Company of Montreal. Will you help them push further west up to the far distant Columbia River and the shores of the Pacific Ocean? The goal of the game is the players mount expeditions to establish trading posts and earn money by trading pelts. The richest player at the end wins.
So look at these components first.
Sure. Okay, we got the different colored Mardi Gras tiles. I've tried throwing these at girls. Nobody will take their top off. It's just completely unfair. This is right on a Mardi Gras. So shut it.
Yeah, but you do.
Shut it! And we got the two different colors. I don't know why I'm showing the camera because you won't see this at all. You got the two different colors of the prize cards that you're competing for. 5 different colors indicating which one of the colors you are. Your different cubes that prevent trade goods. Cubes. And a deck of cards.
Nothing's wrong with cubes.
Oh yes, it is.
I thought it was funny the way you did that. Ooh,
Shut it! Deck of cards that are your sort of your attack, defense, trade hand, and the rule paper sheets. And the pretty box.
Okay, so you got your trap cards. You got your barter cards with the hand trade symbol. You got your canoes here. And then you got your sails. And you're selling your furs. So the game is kind of split up into 2 parts. There's the actual game where you're getting the furs, you're trading, and you're eventually going to sell them. You got to trap them and sell them. It's lots of fun.
I hear the sarcasm in that.
Of course, you got to watch you don't have your stuff go over the damn waterfall.
Yes.
Well, you can only have 5 cards in front of you. 5-card poker hand. So at the top of the cards would be your poker hand part of the game, which whoever's got the best poker hand will get rewarded with a bonus card that'll help them to win the game and also give them a permanent special ability. And
they're marked in, the things at the top are marked in red and blue, so depending if you're going for a blue special card or a red special card, that's the particular poker hand for that round that you use.
Yeah. And I found that this game, you will win if you can manage to keep your poker hand strong. They alternate between the red-blue on different turns. If you can keep your poker hand strong, totally ignore the furs unless you know you can't beat anybody else's poker hands. And the actual other part of the game is where you're gathering the fur and selling the fur.
Yeah, all the
is
trading.
Very difficult because it requires you to have like 3 of the cards being useful, and a lot of the times you have doubles of certain cards, and being able to actually get the fur and sell the fur is impossible because you're only allowed to have 5 on, and if you need that card on the 5th spot to actually complete your fur transaction and it falls off the following turn, you got a whole bunch of useless fur that you can't do anything with.
Oh no, the Jacques go down the river. We can't get him back. Oh no.
Yeah, it just depends too much on the order of the cards coming up, and then the timing is usually everything goes off the falls there. It just screws up the timing, and the card you need is just not out yet, or it's there but it's about to fall off, but you need something else before you need that. It's just all order and timing, and
that's the idea of how you can't really do a lot of strategy because when you have 5 random cards in your hand, if I got trade, and trap, that's not going to be good. I got no sell card. I can't sell this. Yeah. I don't need 5 trades. So then you're down to, okay, what one of these is going to make my best poker hand that Chris always friggin' manages to win at every damn time?
Yeah, it just seems like the poker hand is the way to go in this because the trading is just crazy.
Yeah, so it's divided into 3 phases. The first phase, you're playing a card face down. Everybody's doing that. And then you're all flipping them over, which is where the poker hand comes in because you don't really... Oh, he's got 3 of a kind. Okay, maybe I don't want to play this one because it's a strong card coming up on the red one. I'll let the blue one go. I'll let the blue one slide, let somebody else get it. So you're just sort of strategizing there, as well as, is this card going to let me get some furs or trade some furs or make some money somehow? Because you have a limited stack of the cash And once it's all gone, well, they can't buy the pemmican and you starve over the wintertime. So then the trading phase is when you resolve all those cards that you've dealt with. And after that is the winter phase, where somebody grabs one of the treasure cards because they've got it, remove the thing on, and the game continues on. It's nice because you put a number of these cards, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, out in the line however long you want to play. There's suggested you should do it this many, but you could do it shorter, you could do it longer, depending on how many, which means, yeah, shorter is nice, but if you really enjoy the game, you can make a nice long game, put all 5 players in, go buy cracky on it, and you might have a good game. But the problem is, these cards here are uber powerful compared to the cards you get normally. And if somebody manages to get 3 or 4 of these permanently in their camp, and it doesn't count towards their 5 number, these are separate. There's like buildings they have. That guy has probably won.
They don't help you with the poker aspect, but
No.
as far as the trading aspect and actually making the fur thing work for you, having cards that are permanently, you could sell your stuff. It's like, okay, that's one less card in that 5 that you have to worry about having down to make your camp function.
Problem is, I remember getting some of those cards and it still didn't come close to what you got.
Well, I think we can just wrap this sucker up.
Yeah.
Okay, theme. You're fur traders doing the trading, trying to be the West Company or the Hudson's Bay Company, which is sort of Canadian history. So we all know this stuff. Even if we might have forgotten it, we all got taught this stuff in school. And you should remember it because you're both younger than I am, and I can still remember it. Anyway, that theme is really kind of pasted on here.
I mean, 5 years or 6 years is going to make a
It's
difference.
more like a bunch of fur traders sitting around the campfire playing poker.
Yeah, you're pushing cubes around and playing poker to try and win really awesome buildings. Easy to play. Not really. There's a lot of. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, geez, my guy just fell over the waterfall, and now I can't use him. He had all my furs on that canoe too. Oh well. Oh well. So fun to play, not so much, because there are too many of the things you need to do are random. I need a trade card. I don't have one. It doesn't matter how good a strategist I am. I don't have that card. I can't do it. So that means I'm just going to watch all my profits wash away and more of my money dwindle while I'm hoping to win a poker hand off somebody and get a couple victory points or some gold for the end of the game. I give Columbia a 5.
Just the whole trading that's the main gist of the game is trading, and it's completely random. The order of the cards makes all the difference, and if the cards are disappearing and you don't really have any control over it, even with some of those special cards you're able to buy, it's still, when we played, it didn't matter. The poker hands almost always won the game. The one good thing about this game that I really like, though, is the artwork on the cards. Whoever designed these cards, I love the graphics and stuff. They look really nice. Okay, well, the back's kind of boring, but the face, the business side of the card, they look really nice. They do. I like all that. But then you get these goofy-looking multicolored coins. But, hey, you get the components. It's whatever they have. You need the different colors, but they just, I don't know, they're just kind of goofy-looking. But, cubes, I don't care. Craig's got a problem with cubes. Whatever. I just don't think it works. So, yeah, it's going to be a 4.5.
I think you got a better chance to roll up the rim to win.
And I always get to play another game.
This game definitely needs some tweaking. The main idea of the game is to getting the furs, trading the furs. But somehow it just became whoever got the best poker hand, and there's not a whole lot of control of the poker hand. You got these cards, and you play one of them to either add to what you already have, and if someone had the best poker hand last round, odds are they're going to have the best poker hand the following round, because you're only losing one card off of that hand.
Yeah.
And you could look around, okay, well, I'm not going to win the poker, so maybe I could see if I could trade some furs. Or maybe I could set myself up that I can win the following round, or maybe in the round after that, but I know I can't win it this round. So it's a little bit frustrating in that sense, but if the cards fall your way, it could be fun. But
If.
Otherwise, it's like for me when we played, the poker hands were working for me. I was able to keep a strong poker hand on the colors and collect a lot of the buildings that way. But I could definitely see the frustration. Like there's way too many cards needed in order to make what I think is the main theme of the game viable. And you need like 3 cards to actually do it. 3 of your 5 cards have to be down to actually make it work.
And they have to all stay on the table long enough for you to do all 3 things.
Yeah. I gave Columbia a 4.
So that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table Independent Edition. Tune in next Friday where we review another game.
That's what we do. For good or bad.